Back at it again, folks, right here at Brooks Landscape. I want to show you what we've been able to do in just a short amount of time, and that's completely transformed this landscape, putting in over 8 pallets of beautiful Zeon Zoysia Sod, breaking in the decorative gravel, even putting a retaining wall in, and installing this beautiful custom dry creek bed that's going to deal with all the water that would have been moving on this landscape. Let me take you through it. Now, as you can see on this landscape, made necessary the dry creek bed so that all the water that would have been falling to the path of least resistance would have been able to find itself going into this dry creek bed and then being able to be taken off the backside of the landscape. Now, in addition to that, we also brought in the aggregate, that being of the 1 to 2 inch size decorative aggregate, and we put it all the way around the pool because when we first got here, if you check out our before videos, you'll notice there's a tremendous amount of erosion because this was nothing but mud. And so we also seen a lot of erosion happening up against this concrete slab. So by being able to bring this out 4 feet, put an aggregate such as decorative gravel and the erosion control fabric, it's easier to say that they're never going to have to worry about this area washing away. And it said that it's even more effective than that of sod. Now, in addition to that, we took that beautiful Zeon Zoysia Sod. That's right, guys, some of the best grass your money can buy, and we brought it in on this landscape, but we also acquiesced to this landscape with a soft scape of the retaining wall block, and then being able to come back up under the deck and in all those areas where you see a lot of erosion and bring in this beautiful decorative gravel. Now, that gravel also made it possible for us to tie in those gutter downspouts, which just made it even more accessible for the customer to utilize the amount of space that they got on this landscape without ever worrying about it washing away. Now, if you look at our before video, you'll also notice that there was a tremendous amount of erosion happening throughout the entirety of this landscape. So by being able to bring in this beautiful Zeon Zoysia Sod throughout this landscape, it not only gave this customer an opportunity to take back their landscape, it positioned them within a design that's going to last a lifetime. And that's what we do each and every time right here at Brooks Landscaping. We go over and beyond to give our customers more quality, more quantity of service than that of what could have ever been expected. And that's exactly what we've been able to do on this landscape, and that's what we do each and every time you give us a call. So I wanted to make sure I showed you guys what we were able to do between the before video and the after video, which shows you we completely solved this customer's drainage problem by being able to bring in this beautiful Zeon Zoysia Sod, as you can see here. Some of the best grass your money can buy, folks. Then we also brought in the beautiful decorative gravel as a way to stop the drainage issues that this customer had. A lot of times you can't deal with drainage just based on the way that the landscape is graded. So we also have to incorporate a dry creek bed. And in doing so, it allowed for us to be able to take the water off the landscape. And in another way in which you may be able to find yourself enhancing the landscape, dealing with drainage solutions, is by putting in a retaining wall. By being able to take an elevated area and position it so that it doesn't have water being able to protrude out onto the pool area. And that's what we did on this landscape. And so each and every time we come out to a property, we're going to completely solve the landscape problem, but we're also going to add a touch of elegance to the landscape that ensures that it lasts a lifetime. And as you can see, the customer's already putting their own design skills to this landscape. And that's just what we do each and every time, folks. So I wanted to show you what we've been able to do in just a matter of a couple of days, which will solve a customer's landscape problem that had existed for some time now and no longer is the case, all brought to you exclusively by the professionals right here at Brooks Landscaping.